Hey guys, back with another video, and today I want to talk about study tips for when you're going to boot camp and while you're in boot camp. So let's just jump right into it. For those that are currently in depth, if you're watching this, I assume that you are in depth or you're just getting ready to join a process or whatever it may be. But for my people that are in depth, my biggest tip for you is to dive into your start guide every chance that you get, because I know I was, and with repetition it just helped me a lot because I learned from repeatedly doing things. So just constantly jumping into my start guide, just looking over all the content that was inside of it, learning general orders, things like that. I say probably after about 2-3 weeks, I felt really comfortable with just having that, like the knowledge of the start guide. And whenever my recruiters would ask something, whenever we had dub meetings, I was always answering. They're like, all right, give people another chance to answer. So just repetition helped me out a lot. Another big thing I could say is know the why to why you are studying. For example, your general orders. It says general orders of a century, and a century is a watch standard. So these are all general orders for watch standing. You're learning your phonetic alphabet, like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, all those things. They come into play. If you have to learn like the military time from going from 7 p.m. to 1900, just that switch, things like that. Just always understand the why. And if you think about the why, it may come to you a little bit quicker, if that makes sense. And for while you're in boot camp with studying, you're going to get a recruit handbook. Everybody gets one. As soon as you go to Diddy issue, you get your backpack and everything. You have your recruit handbook there as well. And you're going to be like, that's your quote unquote Bible for boot camp. And you're going to be filling it out, doing a whole bunch of things with it. And my biggest suggestion is, after taps, if you can't sleep, just take out your start guide. Just take out your recruit handbook and just start reading through it. Even if you want to, like, read ahead. Like, there are going to be moments in your compartment where you're going to have study time, but you're not going to have all the time in the world. It's not like you have all the time that you need to study for a test for school. Like, you have a test a week from now. You just take the time to study. Like, you don't have that time because there's other things that have to get done. So plan accordingly to how you study and when you study. Well, when you're allowed to study during the day and at night during taps. If you can't sleep, like I said, just bust out your recruit handbook and go at it. If you're in a class and waiting for the instructor or something, take out your recruit handbook, just start looking through it, read through it. Find questions that you need. Like, if it doesn't hurt to read ahead. If you see something that you don't understand, just write the question down, and if questions are allowed, ask the question. It doesn't hurt. Questions don't ask. Questions don't ask. Questions don't hurt. It doesn't hurt to ask a question. Gosh, that was a stumble. Sorry. And everything is easy to understand. Like, I don't think the military is meant to be complicated. I think it is easy to grasp everything. You just have to not overthink it. And that's what I see with a lot of recruits. When I was in boot camp, we overthought a lot of things. And it could be the simplest thing. We just overthought it. And you might hear the term "don't nuke it," and that's just saying you're thinking too much. Don't overthink it. Simplify it as much as you can, because overthinking is what gets a lot of recruits tripped up, and you just don't want to be that, just stuck not knowing what's going on. So just hit the start guide if you're in depth. When you're in boot camp, always rely on your recruit handbook, because like I said, that's your Bible. You only have I should really look into it, but I took 2 tests when I was in boot camp, and I passed them first time. But because I only had 6-week boot camp, if you failed twice, you were getting asthma or set back, and we didn't want that. But on that note, I just want to say thanks for watching. If you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you have anything that you want me to make a video for, just also leave it down in the comments below. Hope you subscribe. Have a great day, stay blessed, and always hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. God's